Welcome back everybody to Elmcreek here, and it is early March here, so you know what that means. It's time to get some canola put in the ground, so we're at least harvesting at a decent time, not in the chillier months. So I gotta, of course, get this thing topped up with seed, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna knock out some seeding. Alrighty, so I'm in the field here, our big field. It was two little ones, but then we turned her into a big field. So I'm just gonna seed away here. I completely did not buy soil samples like I had planned on it. So this year we're gonna run no soil samples on our field, and still hope for a good yield. But as you can see, I don't have. I did say last episode I wanted the John Deere on the drill here, but as you can tell, the claws is on the drill, and that's due to the fact that I completely forgot that our John Deere there don't have GPS, so it doesn't make it as nice of a job to do when you don't have GPS. So I'm probably going to be selling the Massey Ferguson off and going to be installing GPS onto the John Deere. So it might leave and go to the dealership for a little bit because they're going to install that all. And then I'm hoping we get a decent dollar on the Massey. And with the Massey being sold, I'm going to then look maybe at some land and what we could possibly end up purchasing here sooner than later. We might not purchase any land until, the winter time when we sell our canola. But we'll see how that plays out in probably this episode. So I'm gonna go ahead here and I'll knock out this first field here before I see you again. Alright, so as we can see here, we are almost done seeding. So, well, we still got our little field there by the yard, but I am going to need to look into purchasing a sprayer of some sort for herbicide control reasons. So that is definitely going to be on our priority list to look out for in the near future. I really don't want to have to buy anything new, but we'll see how it plays out. If it plays out to our advantage that way, then that'd be amazing, but the chances are slim on that, so we're not gonna bank on it. So I'm going to finish up seeding, and I will see you guys when it comes to spraying, because that will be the next step here. And then harvest, obviously. I'm gonna have to try and open this field up a little bit more. We still got a little bit of room to add on. We could get as greedy as possible, which might not be a bad idea where we're at trying to build, so we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of actually debating whether I want to put next year put grass onto this and try and purchase some smaller haying equipment and try and get some silage bales off of this little piece and around our yard, just to try and make an extra dollar or two. But I'm not 100% sure yet if that's the route I'm gonna go, so you'll find that out, I guess, in the near future where we go on that. But yeah, I'll keep my eye out for sprayer. We're limited on money, and expanding is kind of something I need to look at a lot. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be, I guess, right now. So I'll see you guys during spraying, if we even end up buying a sprayer. Alright, so yeah, I did purchase a sprayer. we could not find one used in that small short time frame of the time we had. So we purchased this. Because our weeds are starting to get to that point where it's, you know, it needs to be sprayed now. And as you can see from our money, we did end up selling our Massey Ferguson there. So we have a decent chunk of change now. I'm not complaining. So I'm thinking I will put, well, I don't even know. I really only need one tractor right now because of the work I'm doing. I'm not doing animals or anything yet. So I was going to put GPS in this sprayer and in that tractor, but for the $15,000 it costs to be done, it's just, we're not doing it right now. Just not going to happen. I'm not spending that kind of money on it when we don't really need it, or yeah, we don't really need it because, well, we have a tractor with it, so I don't see the purpose of it in anything else. I mean, it would be nice in the sprayer. We have it in the combine, but not in the sprayer. But, you know, you choose your battles, I guess, and I need the money so we can expand and, you know, really get things moving here. Alrighty, so it is November now. We did wait a little while before deciding to kick off harvest. And as you can see, our money isn't where it should be because, well, we picked up a rake and a mower on a good deal, I'd say. Like, well, the mower was actually an exponential deal. Like, I paid $8,000 only for this mower. And it's more than enough than what we need. That rake was a steal of a deal as well. I forget exactly what we paid for on that. But it's a little bigger than I need. But I'm not going to complain if I got a good deal on it. Should last us a while then. But here's our mower that we got a steal of a deal on. It needs some quick repair work, obviously, so we're gonna run and do that before we harvest. But we did spend, like, you're probably thinking, well, it wasn't that good of a deal with how much money you had. Well, we also have a surprise at home for you too for that. Let's just say we're gonna be harvesting a little longer than we anticipated. Alright, so we're back at the farm here. As you can see, the canola is ready to go. So we're gonna quickly repair this. It's got 25 operating hours on it. So, not bad at all. So yeah, we're pretty much only like 8,500 bucks altogether into this mower here. But I wanted to show you one more thing. But we got ourselves a few more acres here. There's sunflowers sitting on them right now, so I did have the dealer line it up. So the dealer is going to be swinging by and dropping us off a rental header that actually will mount to our combine for doing sunflowers, so we can actually make $1 or $2 off of the field this year. So we're gonna be doing sunflowers, I guess, as well. Alrighty, so we're just breaking into the canola here, getting harvest underway. We are hoping to see a lot of green on the mini map down in the bottom left there. That's our yield tracker right there. So we're really hoping for a decent yield this year off of majority of the land. So let's go round and round a few times and up and down a few times. So I'm really hoping for a good yield here. We can make $1 or $2, that'd be perfect. So we finished up our headlands here on our big field in the home yard here. As you can see, we got a 93% full hopper off of just the headlands. So I'm not complaining. So we can jump into here and we can scroll in. So as you can see, we're already starting to turn a profit on it. I gotta think about doing lime here. So lime is going to be almost a necessary thing to be put on if we want to increase our yields on these fields. So as you can already kind of tell, that field is going to stay grain. That one over there is staying grain, but we're going to turn this area more into some grass for silage purposes. So all we need is a baler and a wrapper pretty much now. or a baler that does wrapping as well. And then we're gonna be full tilt money making. So let me finish up canola here and over there, and we'll see kind of how much we get. And then we're gonna get these sunflowers knocked out. That should be exciting for sure. Here, as you can see, is the last of the canola getting dumped into the wagon here. I'm actually quite impressed with this little field. If we go into here for yield, it's pretty green. So we're gonna see kind of. So we got a lot of 110% in there, which is what I wanted to see. Fortunately, a lot of that field was 80s and 80s and 95. So not the greatest on that field, but nothing some lime won't increase and stuff. The soil is pretty good. I like even that field that we just purchased, the sunflowers on it, we'll have to throw yield on that field, but I mean lime on that field, but the soil samples on that were actually really good. So I'm hoping for the best future on that. Unfortunately, lime ain't cheap, and neither is the piece of equipment to get lime put on the ground nicely. So yeah, let's jump into sunflowers, and well, actually, I kind of want to see how much canola we pulled off. So after dumping, I guess, off this amount of land, we got 11,200 liters. I mean, that isn't anything incredible. But again, canola is a small seed. I'm not complaining. We're hoping to turn a decent dollar on that. But since we are done with this header, we'll go ahead and drop it right there, out of our way. And we're gonna rip over to, the nice part about not having a header on the combine is we can take this bridge. We don't have to go out to the road and around. But, yeah, as you can see, they dropped the header off right at the field here, thankfully. It's nice of them to do. It's not a very big header, obviously. Can't put a big header for this stuff on these combines. So we will jump into sunflowers, I guess, here. See how this turns out. It's good that we can take off of a field we just purchased this year that we didn't put anything into other than purchasing. So this is kind of, cutting down the cost on what it was for purchase by getting a harvest off of it the first year. I'm not sure. I've never really dealt with sunflowers, so I'm not 100% sure what the profit's like on them. But we will definitely be finding out here. I don't even know when you sell them. I have to check that too. But no, we're gonna end up with, probably a hopper full, maybe a little extra. Right. So I went back to the yard there to grab the tractor and wagon, so we could empty up the hopper a bit. Kind of glad we put canola on our fields, because after canola stubble I always do tillage for guaranteed. As you can kind of see, sunflowers you're going to be doing the same, so we're going to get everything worked up probably after we get lime slammed on it all. That is definitely my plan. But since we're here, we can kind of take a peek here at what we're dealing with. So yeah, we've taken off a decent amount, just over 5,000 liters there already, 1.8 ton. So yeah, we're at 3,300 bucks. But if we go into here, we're gonna kind of see it's about 1482 there, and the peak is February. So we'll kind of, I guess, see what happens in February for it. It's still before our seeding again, so that's not a horrible thing. We're gonna have to figure out some things. I'm debating, depending where the prices are at and where, we might hire out trucking this year for delivering our crop to the elevators and stuff. But that we will find out here in a few minutes when we're done harvest, got everything cleaned up and put away, and we jump over to when we're selling. Alright, so it's the 1st of December, and I've seen the prices for grain here. And I'm going to, I kind of decided already that I'm going to hire out a custom outfit to move the grain so we can kind of go into here and we can sell the global market our canola. And we're going to put in our total amount of canola we have in storage. And then we can hit enter. So as you can see, we're going to get a selling price for $14.6 and a delivery cost of $219. And then as well as our sunflowers. The sunflowers are actually at a decent, surprisingly in a decent decent percentage right now. So we're going to sell those off as well. So we're going to sell 61.96 liters worth for $9,000 with a small trucking charge. Crazy to think that we almost made as much off our smaller amount of sunflower. You know, that might be something for us to think about. Sunflowers. But our plan is, obviously I'm going to be doing liming and tillage and whatnot, but this will go to grass. I was thinking about putting maybe oats and maybe like maybe try and sneak canola back on this field. But I'm gonna have to do some thinking on stuff. So I will I'm gonna look out for some liming gear before we gotta start seeding, of course. And all that fun stuff, so we still got a little bit left in this episode, folks. Alright, so it's early February here. And well, as you can see, we have a liming machine, a liming unit now. Unfortunately, we got it at a decent cost of $53,000 because we couldn't find one used, so we ended up buying new. And it zinged us pretty hard, but for what we paid for, we're definitely going to be keeping her for a while now to make her pay herself off. Especially because we don't lime every year is why I wanted to find myself a deal on one. But this is what we ended up getting. So this is what we end up with for the next, well, few years for sure. It should do decent, I think, for time. It's not like we're farming a crazy amount of acres or anything right now, so this will do just fine. We're still gonna lime that little field of canola there that we're turning into grass, and then the big field obviously is gonna get limed too, and then I'll be doing tillage. I'll probably do tillage off camera, save us a little bit of time. So I'll wrap up liming here. I'm hoping it doesn't cost me a fortune to lime, but we'll also find that out shortly. Right, so I finished up liming everything here. It definitely didn't take long with this unit, so I'm not worried about needing to keep it for a while. It'll definitely serve its purpose around here for quite some time, I'm thinking. But I think I will leave things where they are, and I'll stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll see you guys later.